In the meantime, the police have confirmed that another relative of the persons who were attacked on Park Lane Avenue last evening was shot and injured this morning. The police say that incident happened on Dunrobin Avenue in St. Andrew. They say sometime after 10, a car carrying 7 persons was shot up, injuring a female who was taken to hospital. Her condition is not yet known. To news on the political scene, we're moving on. The words of PNP President Mark Golding in response to the leadership struggles that has rocked the party over the last 2 weeks. Our news team put the issues directly to the PNP president on Sunday. Dwayne Anderson reports.
PNP President Mark Golding says the party is moving on from what he describes as the regrettable issues of the last 2 weeks, in which 4 vice presidents and the party chairman resigned from their roles under contentious circumstances.
I think the process could have been better managed overall, and it led to the outcome, which is regrettable. But we're moving on. They're all fully involved in the party in various ways. You know, Michael Phillips is co-chair of our local government national campaign committee. Philip Paulwell is managing one of the parishes, so is Wickham McNeil. They're spokespersons. The ones who are in Parliament are spokespersons in the shadow cabinet. Philip Paulwell is on the Unity Committee, so all that will continue. And everything in our party, when it comes to these positions, they renew themselves every year. So, who knows what will happen in a year's time. In the meantime, we're going to be working together. It's unfortunate what took place.
Sections of the party had called for Dr. Peter Phillips to return and lead the PNP as well as in Parliament. It was a move some observers labelled as desperation due to the deepening saga. Mr. Golding and the party's General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, responded to those calls.
I don't think that's where his headspace is at all. And I'm the leader now. I was elected democratically with quite a substantial 10% majority. And happily, we're all working.
Dr. Phillips has already answered the question. He said no. The fact of the matter is that Comrade Mark Golding is the leader of the party. Our convention, our tradition is that the person who is leader of the party is the leader of the opposition. And that is what has been in place and has been practiced for many years. I think Mark Golding is an excellent parliamentarian. I tell people just observe it.
The leadership turmoil was among the matters discussed by the party's powerful National Executive Council NEC during their 2-day meeting that ended Sunday. The party's leadership says coming out of the discussions, they will be focusing on resolving their internal issues so they can help take the country forward. Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.
In the meantime, the PNP is putting pressure on the Andrew Holness-led administration to remove the Airports Authority's board. The board is under the microscope following a controversial $400 million investment without the necessary approval. PNP President Mark Golding demanded action during Sunday's NEC meeting.
The Airports Authority of Jamaica made 2 massive, unlawful investments in a startup business in breach of the regulations governing investments by public sector bodies and in breach of the Airport Authority's own investment policy. The current chairman herself invested in the same startup business and was appointed to its board shortly thereafter. Now the Airports Authority is trying to sell the investment in the wake of this public scandal. The minister responsible for transport needs to step up in the face of this fiasco, affecting a large public body within his portfolio. Scarce public resources cannot be misapplied like this with no one held accountable. The Airports Authority Board must go.